What's good, y'all? This is C-Certified Brewhead, and welcome to the third episode of this season in Quebec. This is Against the Grain. Today we're in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. As you can tell, I'm here in my Hawaiian shirt. This is summer in winter. We're about to sit down with Francis and Sébastien Laganière of Lagabière. This is a place that I've been wanting to come for a long time since I've started drinking beer in Montreal and in Quebec. These guys made one of, if not arguably, the first New England IPA in Quebec, Meilleure. So we're going to find out how that came about, why they decided to make this style, and how they structured their business to run around the flagship beer being a New England IPA when it wasn't even a poppin' thing in Quebec. So get your Hawaiian shirt, get your hazy IPA, and let's go listen to the podcast. Cheers.
Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Are you a brewhead? I'm a brewhead. Y'all are brewheads? Yeah, we brewheads. So pour a glass of craft beer, we can do this. Yeah.
Here in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. Boys, thank you so much for having us. First of all, cheers. Pleasure. Appreciate it. I've been drinking your beer for a very long time since I've been here in Quebec. This beer is the reason we're here today. This is the Meilleure. Yep. The New England IPA. Can you definitively say it is the first New England IPA in Quebec? Is that, or is there some qualification?
We haven't done the research until I don't know how to say it.
We're not bragging about it.
We're not bragging about it. We just know that at first when we brew it, we haven't ever heard of the style New England IPA. We just called it an American IPA or a white IPA. And the first time we just showed it to the public was in Chambly and the Bière et Saveur de Chambly.
What year was that?
2016.
2016.
Yeah. Okay. So it's still pretty.
And
new.
that's the year they won the contest. It won the contest
really?
actually. That's when we started distributing in bottles. The first was in bottles and 6 packs, and then it just like
took off.
It took off by itself.
Was it always hazy?
In the pod, it was hazy. We had some troubles at first in the brewery to scale the recipe up.
Of course, yeah.
But since we brewed it like 4, 5, 6 times a week, we just keep getting it better and better.
Okay.
So that was something funny. We thought we said about the beer is it's called Meilleure, and the next batch is always Meilleure, is the best every time. But we kept getting it better, and when we launched it in the cans like in 1 year after, almost 1 year.
It was in September 2017. So.
Yeah, we launched it in 16 ounces cans. And it just took off from there even more. So it's been keeping us very busy, and it was like 90%, 100% of our production.
For a few months, actually. Yeah.
Really?
When we launched it, it was 100% of our beers for barely, maybe 95% of our beers for half of the summer. The next summer after it.
So it did really pick up pretty quickly. Like there wasn't like a slow growth. It was like straight.
Yeah, that's what we thought. We were looking at some American IPAs on the Vermont side, the border, and we loved that style of beer actually, and it's pretty amazing. And we just thought, why is no one making like 16-ounce can of this beer?
Right.
So we tried to.
We have the perfect example.
We have the perfect example just next to our door. Why is nobody?
You guys
tried that?
Not far from the border here, right?
Yeah.
No, it's like 30 minutes. So we're used to go to Vermont and everything to try your beer, and like everybody in Quebec was going crazy about this kind of beer. So why not do it ourselves here? And
it worked.
And it worked.
So that was the motivation. That was one of my questions. Was what made you brew this beer? Was that you guys were traveling and you knew that other Quebec beer drinkers were traveling to drink this elsewhere. So you're like, what's up?
Yeah, at first we brewed it at the pub like for maybe about a year before opening the brewery. At first we weren't even planning on opening the brewery, but just one thing led to another, and we opened the brewery.
Right.
And we always thought, wow, this beer should it would be amazing in cans. It would be amazing in Quebec's market. And, why don't we do it? So,
Yeah, because when we brewed here at the brewpub, we couldn't bring some home, and we just thought we'll open a brewery, then we'll be able to bring some beer. And that's what we always been saying. We're brewing the beer we love to drink, and then selling the rest. Now it just occurs that the rest is becoming a lot of beers.
Yeah. That's always the best answer. I find that the brewers who make the beers they want to drink always turns out the best because you really care about this and you're going to make it the best version of itself. That's awesome. So right now we're in the pub at on the main sort of town in Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, and earlier we were just at the production facility. So when did this place open?
It was in
November 2012, and officially the grand opening was in February 2013.
Okay, so like a soft open.
Yeah, it's been 7 years. So
nice.
Yeah, and the brewery across the river is 3 years old, 3.5 years old.
Three.
Yeah, about that.
So that basically timed up with the sort of popularity of Meilleure, essentially.
Yeah.
So that was the end of 2017, you said?
2016.
2016. Oh wow! So it would literally be months after you launched it.
Yeah, but it was the first
actually
year
it would
we
be
brewed.
4 years now. It's 4 years now since we opened
4
the brewery
years.
then, so it's for
Yeah,
2020.
2016.
You're right. Yeah, it'll be 4 years later this year, right?
Time flies so fast.
Okay. So it was you. The reason you guys were you canning out of here? Because there's a little tiny brew pub at the
Yeah. It's
front here.
actually, we opened the other place because we were we were missing some.
Oh yeah, you
some
couldn't
beers
keep up.
in them. Yeah, we had to buy and do tap takeovers from other breweries during summer because we're out of our own beers.
Right.
So we decided to open just to provide some more beers during summer and sell the rest around.
It always has been our story. We can't not have beer, so we don't always have to produce more.
Even in the start in the garage at home at our parents.
20 liters wasn't enough, so 100 liters was enough a little time. But after that, we don't have enough beer, so we have to open a pub. And we open a pub, we don't have enough beer. We have to open a brewery, buy more tanks. And,
So it's been the same story the whole time.
Yeah.
So let's take it back. So you guys are brothers, and I found out not that long ago your last name is Laganière, which basically means you're destined for this. Like, was that pretty obvious? Was it like a nickname or something because you were brewing?
It's from the garage actually. We always called it like that. Just I don't know how it went. Just maybe like we had a drink one night and we decided to call that Lagabière.
We made a focus group about the brewery name before opening here, and we just thought a lot of names, and instead of just creating a new, we just said, hey, up at our fridge it's written Lagabière, so just keep it that way. And we thought John Lawson, John Labatt, and every big brewery is it's a last name, so why not do the same but with a little twist?
I love it. I thought that was hilarious when I found that out. I was like, no, I thought it was like a play on like lagers, beer.
We went in Germany actually, tried to sell our beers there, and people there just thought we brewed lagers actually because of that, because it made sense.
I can see that.
Think of it, just like one lager every 100 batch we do. So it's
Oh, you guys are about to do one, I hear. You're doing I think it's a Pilsner, is that right?
Yeah.
Have you been doing that before? Or this like the first time?
In the brewpub, we have been doing that for a few days, but we're brewing a Pilsner for the first time. We have it in kegs right now, but we're canning it.
Actually, it might be our second beer because we were planning on launching it this spring. So it's like our test batch there that we can just bring
do
here.
that? All right, that'd be awesome. I'll have to try that.
It's a great study market here, so to just see whatever people like the most.
Actually, I'm gonna be I'm gonna go into it. I will try not to jump around too much, but I got a million questions on this. So, I mean, with this style of beer, is this considered a small town or a suburb of Montreal? Or kind of both?
Our suburb is. I saw in the news that it was up to. We reached 98,000 people living in Saint-Jean, so it's pretty medium-sized.
Medium-sized.
I would say,
With
with all the area
10
of Saint-Jean.
kilometers radius, it's like 200,000 people, I think. If you
Okay.
Not too
not big, it's not small.
Right.
It's medium-sized. It's average.
We'll go medium. So a market like this in a and we'll get into it more about Quebec, typically are not drinking beers that look like this over the last decade or so. Like it's certainly been focused on farmhouse and Belgian styles and things like that. So when you guys came in and you started bringing a beer like this, Like, how do people respond? Like the locals come in, like, what's wrong with it? Like,
we've been brewing for 3 years when we opened the. Oh,
it's okay.
you can go.
Oh yeah,
around
well, make it good.
Just keep going.
Yeah.
So I just would imagine that it might be a bit challenging for people who hadn't seen anything like this.
When we first opened the brew pub in 2012, we had to have blonde or red ale and brown ale and all this stuff on ice. But now it's not mandatory.
Yeah, you don't really do that anymore.
No,
I saw
no,
a
no.
brown ale on the thing, but like that was the only thing that I saw that was like traditional.
But it has a blonde, but it's more of a pale ale. And, it's pretty hoppy actually. So.
Yeah, of course.
1 on 20. But at first, I don't think this would have been winner when we first opened because nobody was used to it. It was like a IBU
the bad
thing.
I think we just opened at a good time. Actually, we opened when all the popularity of those beers went up.
Right.
And
when we started to brew this one, it accounts for like up to almost 80% of what people drank in the pub. It still is not 80% anymore because Nicolas here brews amazing stuff. And there's like up to 7 IPAs at the same time on the board.
Yeah, but IPAs are 80% of our sales.
Yeah, but it always when we check our sales report, the Meilleure pints is always on top.
At the top.
Yeah, on the top.
Did you say 80% of the sales is IPAs?
Yeah, that's-
Of beer. Yeah.
Of beer. That
beer.
says a lot. And you don't do clear beers aside from the West Coast. Right, so that actually says a lot about the appetite for...
Yeah.
So then maybe that answers the question. That like at first, maybe people now they're used to it and they love it, particularly because you guys are so close to the border, whether it's New York or Vermont, and they can go get it there. But at first, was it like this is a bit weird because it's fruity and it's not bitter, or was it like pretty much wow this is?
I think we did the progression. At first, we were brewing more of a West Coast IPAs. We called the Bombay at a time. It was pretty good. It was always the search for strength and bitterness. And now we just like did the switch with the trend itself. So I think the customers just followed that.
Yeah. And it's a close family here. It's we have like at this time the staff was all by it's not our friends anymore, but it was more close friends and family.
And we were waiters too. We were brewing. We were serving beer. And
so
we
were always there with all our staff and our friends and everything. It was easy to just like taste this. It's our new style and it's amazing. So everyone give it a shot and everyone liked it. So the fact that it's a small town and it's not as much a lot of different people than in Montreal. I think it's easier to just like turn everybody
onto the new stuff.
On the new stuff. Yeah.
Probably that's a really good point, and also because you guys were here from the ground up, working behind the bar, brewing, so they see your faces. And like we were just saying off camera before about how you find it funny that people are sort of very attracted to brewers, and brewers have become these little mini celebrities right now. You were still the owner and brewers, right? So now it's probably you guys walk in like, oh, those guys own the place, right? Whereas before you guys were just the ones they'd find behind the bar, so there'd be that. You would build that trust with your community and everything. Yeah,
it's always fun to go to a place where you can talk directly to the brewer who's serving you the beer.
Yeah, just to find out a bit more information.
Yeah, submit an information and just find the name for the next beer on the board. It's people get involved in the process.
That's cool.
Yeah,
people suggested names for beers.
Suggest recipe, but not always good recipes. But sometimes just you should brew a beer with like this and that, and why not? Let's go.
Why not?
We'll brew it.
And sometimes invite people to brew with us and make friends out of it. So.
Right. So you guys have been super chill with that type of stuff because you guys I always see you as in the best way possible, like experimental. You guys aren't afraid to try weird stuff, like the Algonquian beer is one of the most. It's like drinking trees. It's the strangest beer ever. And I love that. I just think it's like that beer isn't for me because it's a little intense, but I really enjoy drinking it because it's like you tried something different and out of the ordinary, and that's what I've always, when I think of you guys, that's what I think of. Is that accurate, or is that where does that come from?
Actually, we love brewing that beer because on the label when we were bottling it, we wrote a text that said like it's in French, but it was like This is a red ale brewed with not spruce,
Yes.
fir.
Oh, fir tree.
It tastes fir.
There's a lot of fur. Yes, it tastes fur. We put a lot of fur in it.
Yeah.
You've been warned. And people still buy it, drink it. Oh, it tastes too much.
And find a way to complain that it tastes too much like.
But we warned you. No, I really like that. I think that's a good.
We used to say, if you try our beer, you might not like it, but you remember it. So it's an experience. It's craft beers. The best example of this is the Algonquin with fur.
Yeah, you guys have done a lot of work. It's a beautiful thing. Thank you for your contribution to Quebec. I appreciate both of your time today, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Where can the good people find Lagabière online? Do you know? Or is that more a Max job?
Actually, we're rebuilding our website, and
Okay.
it's got a map on the next website we'll have. It's got a map where you can find the closest beer store.
Okay, and there's lagabière.com,
Lagabière.com
and it's at Lagabière on Instagram,
and Facebook.
Facebook, no Twitter. I know there's
I don't
no
think
Twitter.
No,
We're not there.
No one
yet.
gets Twitter. No one in Quebec has Twitter.
Yeah.
Just get it anyway. Just like
Well, we'll get it. We'll have Maxine.
I'll tell Max.
Yeah,
I'll talk to Max.
Twitter.
So make sure you go follow the guys. Guys, thank you so much. Really appreciate it. This is awesome. So make sure you come down to Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu. This is 780. No, it's not. That's the other place. 167.
Yeah. Richelieu.
Richelieu is the street.
Yeah.
In Saint-Jean-sur-Richelieu, right in the middle of the town. I'm looking at the river right now. The patio is about to be popping this summer. You get beers you cannot get in cans. It is glorious. That's it, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe below, hit the notification bell so you know when the new drops. Follow us on social media at BAOS Podcast. Check out the long form audio so you can hear very attractive gentlemen like these two right here talk about craft beer in Quebec. Look at that. Get that. You guys sell those shirts, right?
Not that one, but we sell
But the similar
Hawaiian
ones.
shirts. Yep.
You need them. You need that Lagabière Hawaiian shirt
Lifestyle.
for the summer. It's perfect. That is it, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next episode. Get in here.